So that's the first time I've ever scheduled it and done uh, done my live like that. Like I usually don't schedule them. I usually just fly by the seat of my pants and do whatever I want whenever I feel like it. And this time I scheduled it. So here I am. And I'm even early and got I'm all prepped and ready to go. We're going to do the great 6-day great granddaddy blanket. And so I have 6 lives scheduled to do this, and I don't know if I will do the entire project from start to finish. I'm going to try. Um, and I'm going to try, but no promises because the last time I did that, it caused me to like not want to go live again for months. So I don't think you all really want me to feel like that. Um, I know you don't want me to, so I'm not gonna I'm not gonna hurt myself to do this to do the whole thing. But there, oh, that's not what I want. I gotta pull the pattern up because I don't have it memorized, and this, you know, my live crochet along videos are not necessarily meant to be tutorials, but you all use them as tutorials. So I'm going to do my best to do everything and say everything properly, and um and to so that this can be followed along later on down the line by people who hopping across this video and want to make it. I'm trying to find the file on this computer. um, but I'll just say this: anyone that comes along after, like, I'm talking to the future. I'm speaking. This is Betty McKnit speaking to future individuals who may come across this video and want to be relying on it to make your great granddaddy blanket. If you are nasty in the comments, I'm just going to remove it. You're not going to get any help because I don't like that. It makes me really uncomfortable with when people come along and they say, I should have done this or I should have done that. It's like 4 years ago. I'm like, do you really want me to go back and fix the video now? Like, this is 4 years old or 5 years old. So, this is how I do it. I don't do it like other people. I'm unique and I am an individual. And this is how I like to do it. I like to go live and I don't like to edit. I don't like to sit in front of the computer and edit videos. So the pattern is live on my website. It is called the 6-day Great Granddaddy Blanket. It is a rectangular, I don't even have my sample here with me today. That's good. It is a rectangular blanket in the style of a granny square. So it's a granny rectangle, but it uses the 6-day stitches. So that's a row of single crochet, 2 rows of clusters, 2 rows, another row of single crochet, and 2 rows of double crochet. That is my obsession. That's how I design everything with those stitches. So let's just get started. What do you say? Let me see who's here. I hear some clicking. Hello. Hi, Dee. Hello. Hi, everyone. Who's here? Let's see. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing the live. Thank you for the likes. Thanks for being here. Okay, I'm going to get started. I'm going to put TikTok up on overhead. Are you ready, TikTok? You ready to go? I'm going to put you up there, and then I'm going to start crocheting. So here we go. I think I have to mirror or not mirror. Okay. Have you all noticed, TikTokers? Have you noticed that Shirley the Pet Psychic has this same shirt. Every time I see her in her videos with it on, I'm like, Shirley, I have that same shirt. She's probably like, shut up. Stop tagging me. She's probably thinking, stop tagging me. Hey, Northern Ireland, thank you so much for being here. Okay. All right, now I'll flip this. So I put this white background here because some people were complaining when I use darker yarns and I have a dark black table that sometimes it's, hi Charlie. Charlie says, oh hey, I'm making your supernova blanket. Cool. Next month I'm gonna do star blanket September again. I'm gonna make all the blankets, the star, the superstar, and the supernova. I'm gonna do a better tutorial for the superstar blanket because I notice I'm getting a lot of traffic on that and people are starting to make the superstar. So I'm gonna make a better video so people that have been making the star can switch off to the superstar. It's so addictive. So this is the yarn that I'm going to use for this one. Somebody in my community already made their great granddaddy with this, and she used 2 of them. So these have been sitting here in my room for like a year, so I'm going to use them up. And I hear that Yarnspirations has come out with new colors, so here's a great option for your great granddaddy blanket. I've never used this before, but I have used lots of Caron tea cakes. And so, oh, look how nice they put that so that it's, the end is right there for you to do a center pull. Yay! Thank you, Yarnspirations. Wasn't that nice? Stuck. So I've used the Caron cakes and tea cakes quite a bit. Let's see, it's a 6, super bulky. It has 970 yards. So I don't know if I'll use them all. Like I said, I'm gonna try and do like a crochet marathon and do, you know, like as much as I can. So it's calling for an 8mm hook. I think that's a 10. What else do I have here? I think that's an 8. I know they look the same. They both say N, but this purple one looks a little bit smaller. So let me go with this. And then what is this? This is P. I'm gonna try the larger one. So you need a larger one for the chain, and then I'm gonna switch. So I'm gonna start with this P, and then I'm gonna go down to, this says N. I don't know what their measurements actually are, but I live on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, and I have been leaving my windows open a lot lately because I love to do that. And so everything in my house is covered with like a film. So I'm just going to clear them off. Welcome everyone. Thanks for coming. Okay. All right, what else do you need to know about the 6-day Great Granddaddy before we get started? Pattern's free on my website, bettymcknit.com. What is the name of this color? It's Caron Cakes, blue hues. So I did a light background for those of you that have been complaining about my background being too dark to see these dark colors. Okay. So I have another version of this pattern that I did up for Knitting Fever and Noro yarns. and hopefully I will be um, making good progress on this one, so I can also show the Noro version, which I called the 6-day great granddaddy O. So it's the daddy O. And then people in my community were calling it the big daddy. All right, let's get started. What do you say? Can it be done in a regular? It can be done in any way. This blanket, you can basically do it in anything. That's why I'm not like fussy about the Daddy O is done in Noro Subami, which is a 4-weight. And the sample that I did in a in actually I'm gonna go get it so I can show it. It's not very far away. This one is this is the 3-weight that I did, that I worked up. And this one is Caron Skinny Cakes. So it's a 3-weight. It's Caron's kind of competitor for the Lion Brand Mandala. So it's kind of similar to that. And you can just let it flow, but I controlled the colors on this one. I cut it, and see, it has a million ends on the back that I haven't woven in yet. This one is the Great Granddaddy O. It's done with Noro Subami. And this one is it's just a little bit different. It's a little bit longer in the middle. And the Noro yarn, of course, is like incredibly beautiful. Like, I don't think you can get more beautiful yarn than Noro. I don't think it exists. And it's silk and wool. It's mostly silk. It's a silk wool blend, so the weight of it is perfect for like beach house, my beach house stuff. It's very it's light and airy. It's warm, but it's also light. It's not heavy. It's just a lovely lovely blanket. So get you some Noro to make one of those, and hopefully I'll cover that later during the crochet along. But thanks for asking about the yarn weight. So yeah, if you make it with a different weight of yarn, it's gonna come out a different size, or you're gonna have to you can make these blankets as large or as small as you like. Okay, so you can stop at a baby blanket size, or you can make it ginormous. It's like the star blanket that way. You start it out and you keep going until it's the size you want. Okay, so it starts with a chain of 28, and I'm going to use my larger hook for that. And so if you want it to be longer, so we're going to start with the strip and we're going to work around that strip. But if you want it to be longer, you can chain any multiple of 6 plus 4. 6 plus 4. Thank you, Carrie. Wow, I'm just really blown away by how many people are here. Thank you all for coming. 28. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Starting in the 4th chain from the hook, you work in the 3rd bump or the back loop of the chain. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, so the fourth one, 1, 2, 3, 4, this one. And then we're going to go use this back bump, and we're going to single crochet under that, under the next 25. So it'll be 25 single crochet, 1, and I'm still using my big hook, 2, 3, thank you, Izzy, 4, okay, I'm working into the back, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. You don't have to write it down. The pattern's on my site. It's free. 25. Okay, so 25 single crochet into the back bump, and then you should have this little loop right here, chain 3 loop on this side. Okay, we're not done. Now we're going to chain 3. This ring is kind of getting in the way. It's cute and all, but it's kind of getting in the way. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to rotate the work, and we're going to go across the bottom. See how we have, almost looks like you're working into the top of single crochets. So we're going to go under both loops, 25. 1. You don't have to write it down. You can go to my website and get the pattern and make your notes on there and learn how to read the pattern. Okay, so it should be 25 again. And I'm going under 2 loops. It feels almost just like working into the top of a single crochet. It's just a little bit tight. That's why we're using a bigger hook on this round. And I'm going 25 across the bottom. And if you're not in my Facebook group, you can join the 6-Day Crochet community on Facebook. And if you have any questions or you need any help, all our moderators over there, and I will help you. I answer almost every single post. Like, I am chronically online. That's what the kids say now, right? Chronically online. It's a really pretty purple. Hi, Marty from Northern California. Okay, one thing about using cake yarns with this particular pattern is it does look a little wonky if you let the colors change mid-row in the very beginning of the blanket. So for the first, 8-10 rounds or so, it's better if you don't. If you have a mid-row color change in the very middle of your blanket, it's like a bullseye. The eye just goes right there, and it looks a little bit weird. It's not doesn't. Hi, Amy. Kaylin and Amy are crocheting with me. Hi, Kaylin. So that's what it looks like at the end of setup round 1. And then if you measure, so it's about 12 inches long. So my finished blanket is going to be 12 inches longer than it is wide. So you're going to keep working on this until it's as wide as you want it to be, and then it's going to be this much longer than that when it's done. So there's not really a way to resize it other than to make this part longer or shorter right now. So I like to do my larger blankets like 50 by 60 or 60 by 70, so about 10 inches longer than they are wide for like an adult size blanket, or like a queen or a king size. They're bigger. I like them to be a little bit more square and not as rectangular. So this one's going to be a little more like square than long and thin. But it's going to be 12 inches longer than it is wide. So I could do 60 by 72, or I could do 70 by 82. It would be like a throw size or a twin size, regular twin size blanket. If I were doing a baby blanket, I could do like 30 by 42, 40 by 52 for a larger, like toddler size blanket. So now I'm going to change to my smaller hook. And I'm going to slip stitch into the chain 3 space. Standing double crochet. So the way I do a standing double, which I don't even actually know if this is the correct word for this. This is a concept or a technique that Edie Ekman came up with. And she said the standing double crochet is when you start a new yarn. So, and this is what I'm calling standing double crochet, and it might not be right. So if Edie Ekman, listen to whatever Edie Ekman says, because she is really the queen. Okay, standing double crochet. So I'm pulling up a loop that's about the height of a double crochet, and then I wrap my hook around it, and then pull up a loop, and then pull through 2, and you have to keep holding it with your finger on the hook. Pull through 2. And if you don't like doing a standing double crochet, you can just do chain 3. You can replace it with chain 3. I personally like the way the standing double crochet looks the best in the granny square or granny rectangle projects. I don't like doing it at all, but I like the way it looks the best. Okay, so standing double crochet, 2 double crochet in the same space. Sometimes we have to do things we don't like to do to get the results that we want, you know, like you have to weave in your ends instead of tying knots, and you have to work into a foundation chain instead of doing foundation single crochet. Sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, chain 3, 3 double crochet in the same chain 3 space. Okay, I'm going to try and go slow, at least in the beginning. Some people also like to mark that first standing double crochet. Okay, now we're going to skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch 3 times. So when we're counting 2, you have to count this one that's hiding. You have a stitch that's hiding right there. So 1, 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch. I've made nearly everyone a beautiful crochet blanket, and my dad told my sister she's made everyone a blanket, but not me. Oh my goodness. Well, tell your dad to stop being passive aggressive and ask you to your face. And tell you what colors he wants. You should make him the 6-day man blanket. Okay, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next, and that is 3 times. So this is 2 times. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Three times. This yarn is really softer than I expected it to be. Skip 2, double crochet 2, 3 together, cluster. Okay, so you yarn over, you pull up a loop, and you pull through 2 loops, and you do that into the same stitch 3 times. Now, I know that some people write double crochet 3 together as their decrease, but when I do it, when I use it as a decrease, I will say decrease. And I know that a lot of people call this a 3DC cluster. I don't need to keep being reminded about that. I do it this way because that was the way my original pattern was written, and I don't want to go back and change everything. Always check the top of the pattern for the special stitches, and it'll explain what each stitch means. Just because somebody has written it one way doesn't mean it's going to be that in every pattern. Okay, skip 1, double crochet 3 together, cluster 1, 2, 3, and pull through all 3. BettyMcKnit.com. It's called the 6-Day Great Granddaddy Blanket. You should be able to Google that and it'll come up. After the live tonight, I will go and update and put links and everything. I wasn't sure that whole scheduled thing was going to work. That's why I didn't invest too much into it. Okay, now we're going to skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next 3 times again. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. You're welcome. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Hi, Jackie. Okay, now we have this chain 3 space at the end, and we're going to 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. So you have 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing across the other side. Skip 2, and don't forget to count this little guy right here. 1, 2, 3 double crochet, skip 2, 3 double crochet. Thanks for the follow. Skip 2, 3 double crochet, my yarn is getting ready to change colors, and I am hoping that it changes right at the end of the round. Skip 2, double crochet 3 together, skip 1, double crochet 3 together. Hi Amanda, how have you been? So there's skip 2 in between all of these, but there's only a skip 1 in between these 2. Skip 2, double crochet 3 together, or 3 double crochet, skip 2, 3 double crochet, skip 2, 3 double crochet, And then when we come to the end, we have a skip 2, and then we're going to 3 double crochet in the chain 3 space with these other 2 sets. You haven't been crocheting much? You doing okay? Okay, see, I have 1, 2, 3 all in that space. And then I'm going to chain 1. And I'm going to join with a half double crochet to that standing double crochet at the beginning of the round. Okay, and I have found it is helpful to mark the last double crochet here, the space. So this half double crochet in the chain 1 here takes this place of a corner 3 chain 3 space, and then I'm going to mark the first double crochet here, which is the one I did the half double crochet into. I have a tendency to miss that one, so that's why I mark them. So there you go. There is setup round 2. Let me check in on some comments and see who's here. Am I in the Facebook group? Am I live in the Facebook group? It just seems like my my lives don't show up there anymore. Yeah, I don't. You lost your Crojo. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure why my lives don't show up in my Facebook groups anymore. That's all right. You can find me on YouTube. Or TikTok. I'm not going to cut my yarn, even though I want to, but I have a feeling it's going to change in the middle of the next round. All right. Set up round 3. Standing double crochet into the corner space. So, okay, when I mark this, I have to remember to mark it over here. Standing double crochet. You have to hold on to it. And then some people will want to mark it. So they can find it when they come back. 2 double crochet into the same space. That's that corner space. Three double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet in the next chain 3 space. So it's a 3, 3, 3. Now, some people have told me that they don't chain 3 in their corners, they chain 2 instead of 3. So I will allow it. I know, it's great, isn't it? It's the same one you did, Jackie. It's the Caron anniversary cake in the Blues Clues, or what the heck is it called? Anybody remember? Blue Hues. Blue Hues. Oh, I thought it was Blues Clues. Remember that show? And then did y'all know that he married Steve from Blues Clues, married the girl from the Big Comfy Couch? 3 double crochet in the next 4 spaces. So 1, 2, just like all 6-day blankets, row 2 is the difficult row, and every row after that is just easy. Although yours looks like it has more teal in it. I'm looking at the picture of it right now, which did you see I put it in the pattern? And mine, I don't think mine has that bright teal in it, but maybe it's just because you were standing in the sun. But this looks more purple to me. It could just be my light, but I'm using an aunt light. I don't like that sound of the stitch marker scratching on the thing. I'm not going to be able to stand that. That has to go. Okay, so I did 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 3 double crochet. And then in between the 2 double crochet 3 together, you're going to do 1 double crochet 3 together. So I don't know, maybe I had a different one. It was yours blue hues. 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 3 double crochet again. Thanks for following. And then I'm going to do 3, 3, 3 in this corner and this corner. So they're both going to get a 3, 3, 3. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Hessa. I'm doing great, Hessa. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Hola, hola, ladies and gents. You're so cute. Oh, so it's a different one. Okay. Wow. I thought I had the same one. Yeah, this is definitely purple. How about you, Andrew? Okay, and then we're going to get 3 double crochet in the next 4 spaces. Oh, my yarn is changing color right in the middle of the round. I didn't want it to, but I'm gonna resist the urge to cut. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm doing good, just we're looking around. Thank you. Okay, and then in the middle of the two clusters, we're going to do one cluster. And 3 double crochet in the next 4 spaces. You like random color changes? Mostly they don't bother me, but I wrote in my pattern that if it changes, you know, to control the colors for like the first 8 rounds, but I don't want to go all the way back. It's fine. Okay, so this way of joining the round can be a little bit confusing. So this is my last corner. See, I marked it. This is my last stitch that I marked. So the next one is the space. So here we go. I did 3 double crochet into that last space. Chain 1 and half double crochet. There's my standing double that I want to join to. I marked it, and I'm going to join with a half double crochet. Okay, so again, I'm going to mark the last stitch of the round, the space, and the first stitch of the round. And it just kind of helps to keep you oriented in this wacko corner. Okay, because it's a little different. We're doing it with half double crochet to make the corner. And there's my setup, round 2. Whew. So I recommend that you turn this blanket and work in the opposite direction at least once every round. And I have put the turn to work in the other direction right before round 4. So this is setup round 4. We're going to turn, and then before every round 4, we're going to turn. So your blanket's going to have, it's going to be two reversible. So it's not going to have a right side and a wrong side. We're not going to keep going around and around and around in one direction. We're going to go around for one repeat, and then we're going to flip and go around for the other. Let's do that weird thing, TikTok. We're going to go in the other direction. And the reason that we do that is to keep it from kind of starting to twirl. Okay, hold on. TikTok's being weird. All right. Right, we're back. I don't know when it started doing that thing where you have to like prove you're still there. Oh, hey, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to decide which scent to use. Should I use cheer, calm, power, or confidence for this blanket? 6-day great granddaddy blanket with purples and blues. I kind of like to match the color, so I feel like it should be one of these two. What do y'all think? Calm or confidence? I already did cheer for my last blanket, and power is my favorite, so calm or confidence? Hessa says calm, so this is, oh, this must have melted. I have let it get really hot. Oh yeah, that's real gooey. I wonder if they're all like that, because I had a bunch of them in this room. Let's see who they all been. So this is Aromatherapy stitch balm you put on your finger, and the aroma goes into the yarn and it scents your project, from a wonderful company called Scented Stitches. Okay, so now I have to move this. Okay, set up round 4, chain 1, single crochet in the corner space, single crochet in each stitch around. And then we're going to do single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the corner spaces. You know what? I'm going to get a new one. Doesn't smell so great. That's better. This yarn might be too fuzzy to use with this. It's Caron anniversary cakes. In the corners, we do single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. And then we should have 33 single crochet on the long side and 8 single crochet on the short side. And that's including the single crochet in the corner. Hi, Cassie. I'm so happy you enjoyed your star blanket. What the heck is a great granddaddy? He sounds like a great guy. Well, I have a great granny. I have a great granny blanket and a great, this was the progression. I have a granny square. I have a great granny blanket, which is a granny square that just keeps going and going. And then I decided to do a rectangle, and so I called it the Great Granddaddy. So the granny square, the great granny, and the great granddaddy. You're welcome. And then for a while I was thinking about naming all my different blankets after like a different member of the family, like the 6-day auntie blanket or the 6-day uncle blanket. But yeah, I have a lot of ideas, but I don't always have the follow through. You know what I'm saying? Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, single crochet in each stitch. And I know some of you are going to want to count as you're going along. So it's 33 on the long side and 8 on the short side. I am not a person who enjoys counting, sitting and counting as I go along, but some people I know you do. So I'm not gonna, I'm not mad at you. That's how you want to do it. That's, the best way for you to enjoy your crochet. Okay, so now I'm in the last space. I'm going to do a single crochet. And this time, because we're doing chain 2 in the corners, I'm not going to do the chain 1. I'm just going to half double crochet and join to that first single crochet of the round. Okay, and again, I think it's helpful because it's easy to confuse that for that, and it's easy to forget that this is a stitch you need to work again, and then it's easy to like not realize that this is a space and not a stitch. Well, I did 4 sets of double crochet on this one, so you're going to have to do more. For every 6 that you add, for every 6 stitches that you add, you are going to have an additional single crochet on each side in round 2. And if you if you can wait until I publish the Daddy-O, the Great Granddaddy-O, it's written with 34. I gotta wash my hands. I'm not sure my scented stitches are are okay. I let it get really hot in this room. I think maybe they got too hot. What is the significance of 6-day? Well, the original 6-day blanket that I made was a toddler blanket that I made with chunky yarn, and it just happened to take me 6 days to make. And I was just, I was in grad school at the time, and there was this new thing called Ravelry that people were publishing crochet patterns on. And I just decided to, I don't even know why, to publish this pattern on this new Ravelry thingy. And then people started making it, and I wasn't paying attention for a really long time. And then, it took off and it went viral, and I decided to, monetize, I guess is the right word. And I started a Facebook group, and I started a community, and I was helping people make this 6-day kid blanket. And they wanted to upsize it and use different kinds of yarn and do striping in different ways than how I had written it. And so it started evolving into all these different things. And then somebody said, could you do it in the round? Meaning from the center out. And I kept saying, no, that's stupid. I literally thought it was stupid. And then finally I did it. And I wanted the pattern to chevron, because the 6-day stitches, I was like, it always has to chevron, which is dumb. And so I was doing the pattern in the round, but also I wanted it to chevron, so it ended up being star shaped. So that was the 6-day star blanket. And now that pattern is more popular than the original 6-day blanket. The 6-day star is more widely made than the 6-day kid blanket, which is really hard for me to believe. Okay, set up round 5. Standing double crochet into the corner space. Okay, that's my corner space. I'm working around the half double crochet that I used to join every time. You have to hold on to that. And then another double crochet into the same space. Double crochet in each stitch around. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this one out. It's just a reminder to start there. Double crochet in each stitch around, working 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet in the corner. Oh, before I did that, I should have counted my stitches. So I should have 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the short side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's right there. And then on the long side, I should have 33. 1, 2, 3, 33. Yep, 33. All right. Double crochet in each stitch, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet in the corners. It's an aromatherapy balm. It smells nice. You put it on your finger where you tension the yarn, and it adds the scent. Yep. And it also, some people get like a friction burn on their finger if they hold their tension really tight. I don't really get that because I practice somatic crochet and I keep my hands really nice and loose and my tension really nice and loose. Two double crochet, chain three, two double crochet in each corner, and then you should have, let me see, 37 double crochet on each long side and 12 double crochet on each short side. So I know some of you like to count as you're going along, but I don't like to do that. So, but those are the numbers. But you don't have any skips in this blanket like you do for the star blanket or the regular 6-day kid blanket. There's no skipped stitches on the double crochet rounds. So this blanket is way more mindless than the 6-day kid blanket or 6-day star blanket. Okay, so I should have 37, including the 2. So it's 2, 3, 2 in the corner. 2 double crochet. And then don't forget that little hiding stitch right there after the chain space. That's an easy one to miss. But you should end up with 37 on the long side and, what did I say, 12 on the short side. Hey Amy, you had your yarn ready and everything. Well, you're only an hour late. You're going to have to follow the pattern for the first 4 rounds or wait for the replay. You're stuck going into setup round 2. You could watch one of the videos from the McKnitverse. 2 3 2 in the quarter, chain 2 space. Which yarn is are you doing for this one, Amy? Okay, that was my last stitch of the row, and this is my last space.